Yeah, hey there. So I'm going to teach you some piano stuff, all right? So a lot of people ask me how to play piano, and nobody ever taught me, so I want to teach you guys. So if you notice, there are 2 black keys, and then 3 black keys, and then 2, and then 3, and then 2, and then 3, and then 2, and then 3, all the way down, okay? And that's because there's no sharp or flat between B and C, and between E and F. And so the way that your keys go, where the 2 are, just to the left of that, that is a C, okay? But then also where there's another 2 to the left of that is a C. So that's an octave. And then here, those are all C's, okay? So, because you know that that's a C, then that's a B and that's an A. So you go A, and then the next one, okay, so all your white keys are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it's back to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it keeps going, okay? But there's an A, and then the black key is a A sharp, because it's sharp, it's higher, right? But it's also a B flat, okay? So that's the same note, A sharp and B flat. So you go A sharp or B flat, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, and A again, okay? So that's interesting to know. There's only 12 notes, okay? So those are the notes. Okay? Now, in any scale, so there's major scales and minor scales, and I know that somebody's going to try to correct me and say there's a bunch of other scales, but for the most part, for this particular lesson, for very basic beginner stuff, all the white keys are in the key of C, okay? And the way that you figure out a scale is you start with your root note, so that would be a C, right? So we got a C, and then you go whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step, okay? And that's your scale. So if you start on a C, a whole step is 2 up to your right, okay? So if you go whole step, that's a D, and then a whole step is a E, and then a half step is a F, and then a whole step is a G, and then another whole step is a A, another whole step is a B, and then a half step is a C again. And that's your octave, right? So no black keys, all white keys. Now, I'm telling you this for a reason. So if you take the 1st, 3rd, and 5th of your scale, right, then that is a chord. And then we're going to go with octaves over here. So we're going to hit a C octave and another C octave all at the same time, and then the 1st, 3rd, and 5th, and that's going to make a chord. Are you ready? So you see how that sounds pretty? So that's your chord. Now, if you take that and you flat your 3rd, which means you go a half step to your left, then that becomes a C minor. You hear it? How it sounds like a minor? That's with any chord. I'm just showing you with a C right now. So a C is a C major, and then you flat your 3rd, come down 1 to the left, and then that is a C minor. Okay, so then you've got a sus2, which means that you're doing your 1st, 2nd, and 5th rather than your 1st, 3rd, and 5th, right? So that's a sus2. And it sounds different than, and then if you obviously do the 4th, then that's a sus4. And if you add the 7th, then that becomes a C7. Or if I add the 7 and then flat the 3rd, then that's a C minor 7, okay? So that's interesting. Now, there are chords that go together, and some of those are C, F, and G, and also A minor. That is your relative minor, right? And if you'll notice, those are all the same chord pattern, which is really nice. So you... Now you can do some cool stuff with that, right? So you could just like play chords, and you'd be like, I want to sing a song, G, F, C. Or you could be like, I want to play with that a little bit. Sus4, and a G, and a sus2, and an F sus2, and then back to an F, and back to a C. goes to F and a C. So that's an easy way to do something with that. Now you can play a million different ways, right? But for the most part, C, F, and G always go together, and the relative minor is A minor, and it always sounds good. Now, if you have a D, you notice that's a different chord shape, right? A C is like this, and a D is like this. But that is the same chord shape as an E and an A. Okay, so you do a D. And if you notice, they sound good together, which is important. So that's pretty cool. And then B is always kind of an odd man out. So B looks like this. Obviously you want that to be a B minor, you just, and you know, all the same rules apply, right? So if you're a D and you flat your third, then it's a D minor, D minor 7, D sus 2, D sus 4, D minor 7, D major 7, right? So I hope that helps. So that's, and then obviously once you get your black keys, they're a little bit different. So here's a C sharp, and then if you flat it, then it's a C sharp minor, right? D sharp, flat it in a minor, F sharp minor, a G sharp minor, a B flat, and a B flat minor. So those are your chords, and I think that should help you out. And that's pretty basic stuff for, you know, how to learn like the very basics of piano. Now, most songs have 3 chords, sometimes 4, and those are, you know, there's a 3-chord trick, and I'll post that later. But anyway, I hope that that helps you guys out, because it certainly has helped me out. Let's see, here's something I was playing with the other day. Let's see. With those chords, so that's just C, F, and G again, right? So anyway, I hope you guys learned something.